Good evening, this is Leslie Asoyan from Better Wethersfield coming to you on Friday, April 27th, 2012. I'm excited for today's show. My co-host Kathy Stickley couldn't make it this evening, but we've got a great show. We've got Shelly Garow here this evening, the program director of the YMCA, Tri-Town YMCA, and we're going to be talking about summer camp, and I know all the parents out there that have kids are going to be so excited to hear about the programs from Tri-Town YMCA. So let me introduce Shelly to everyone, and we'll get to know Shelly a little bit tonight and hear all about the great programs at the Tri-Town YMCA. Hi, Shelly. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Leslie. I'm very excited.
Good. I'm so glad. So you got to make it finally. We had to reschedule a few times, so we're finally here. So tell us about the Tri-Town YMCA and how long have you been there?
The Tri-Town YMCA, our program site is on the Silestine Highway in Wethersfield. We serve Wethersfield, Newington, and Rocky Hill, and we're part of the YMCA of Greater Hartford. I've been with the Tri-Town Y for just over 4 years now. I think I had my 4-year anniversary on March 28th, but I've been with the YMCA of Greater Hartford for almost 18 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
It's been my career. Yeah.
That's really fantastic. So you must love kids.
I adore them. Everything I've done at the Y has really been focused on services from programs for kids. Here in Wethersfield, that's almost all of what we do. We have before and after school programs in each of the schools, and then we have a growing summer camp program at Emerson Williams School.
That's fantastic. So what's the age range for the programs for the children? What age range are you?
Our youngest kids are 18 months old. We have some 18-month-olds in our little Stepping Stones preschool program. It's their first time usually joining a group, and that's a lot of fun to watch. And then we serve kids right now all the way through the end of middle school in our summer camp programs, and we're excited about collaborating with the middle school and the high school to offer some programs for older children as well.
That's fantastic. That's good. Always nice to have new things coming on board.
Absolutely.
Okay, so 18 years, that's a commitment. That's a commitment to kids, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's talk about summer camp. You were talking about Emerson Williams.
Yep.
Is that primarily where the summer camp is held?
Yeah. Our summer camp meets almost every day of the summer at Emerson Williams School. We're fortunate to have a great relationship with the school and the staff there. Emerson is air conditioned, so we have a special on the really hot days we get to use a little bit of air conditioning too. And then Emerson Williams School backs up to the Wintergreen Woods. So we spend a lot of time in the summer in the woods. We're famous for our frog catching skills. The kids come back every summer hoping to catch more frogs than the year before. And then we swim at Millwoods Park. We take a bus to the park a couple of times a week. And we swim at Millwoods and have picnic lunches there.
Now, is it like swim lessons?
It is. It's not formal swim lessons. We offer progressive swimming activities. So every week there's a new goal. Some kids like to get in and just splash around for an hour. Some kids want to come in and work with the counselors and the lifeguards and the YMCA lifeguards to learn some new swimming skills. At the Y, one of the most important things we feel that we do in our aquatics programs is help kids feel safe and be safe in the water. So we make sure from the very first time they step into the water with us at camp, we talk about safety skills, and we talk about practicing responsible and safe behavior at the pool and in the water, and we give them new skills. Hopefully by the end of the summer they feel safe and strong.
So as part of the camp experience, they get swimming is included.
Right.
So not formal swimming lessons, but informal.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I like that that's included. That's a big feature.
It's a great thing for families. You know, by the time they get home from summer camp, sometimes you're just too tired for another round of swimming lessons at night. So it's a great thing to get in the middle of the day, and while their friends are all there with them, it really makes it feel very comfortable for the kids.
Well, especially the fact that it's at Millwoods. And the kids take the bus there, they think it's, because when Kyle went, my son, he thought it was like a little trip. You know, to them it's like a little field trip, and they go there and they think they're going to the beach.
Yep, exactly.
You know,
that's exactly what we do.
Kids, it's fun. I mean, they enjoy that as part of the camp experience, you know?
Yep.
And then for the parents, it's great for them because their kids are getting that swim lesson as far as they're concerned, you know? So that's really fantastic. So is it always at Emerson Williams? I know it hasn't always been, though. But it just so happens the past several years, or?
Since I've been here at Tri-Town, the first 2 summers we did it at Hanmer School, down in Old Wethersfield, and this will be our 3rd summer at Emerson Williams. We really, because of the access to the woods and just that extra nature feel, we love being at Emerson Williams.
So even when we say Emerson Williams, it doesn't mean that it's just Wethersfield kids.
Right.
It's still Newington, Rocky Hill, and Wethersfield.
Right.
So we really want to let people know that it's Newington, Wethersfield, and Rocky Hill. So let's talk about some of the programs during the day. So what do the kids do?
We start off, we open it bright and early, 7 o'clock in the morning, and Miss Shelly, everybody likes to come and make fun of me with my sunglasses and coffee right at 7 o'clock. And then we
like mascara and lipstick.
There's very little makeup at summer camp. So I have my sunglasses and my coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning. At 9 o'clock, we hold a big opening ceremony. The whole camp comes together. We do songs and we play a lot of noisy games at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then the kids join their home groups. One of the things that we focus a lot on each summer is relationship building. We know that kids come to camp to make friends, and we want them to feel connected to their fellow campers and to their counselors. So they spend each day of the week with a home group. So after that initial big opening ceremony, everybody separates out into their home groups, and then they depending on the themes, we do some wild and crazy themes. Kyle and I really enjoyed Superhero Day. That was one of our very favorites, and everybody's excited. I'm already planning this year's superhero costume. I can't give out any hints, but in years past, I've been the caffeinator, and I had a giant coffee-covered C. I was a rainbow girl one year, and I wore rainbows everywhere on me. It was really, I have some pretty impressive costumes. And so depending on the theme, the counselors have activities planned for the morning, and then we do swimming. We go swimming a couple of days a week, and in the afternoon, this was in response for the past 2 years, we've done it a little bit differently. We found that campers really felt like they needed a little bit more choice during the day. We feel very strongly that this is the kids' summer. This is their whole summer. We don't want to tell them all day long what their activities are going to be. So for a big chunk of time every afternoon, we have Campers' Choice Time, and the kids pick from 6 or 7 activities a day. They sign up for what they want to do, and they go spend a solid 45 minutes doing that awesome activity, and then we come back and put on more sunscreen and go back out for round number 2.
Great.
It is the campers' very favorite part of the day, and the counselors, Campers' Choice.
That's great. 45 minutes.
45 minutes, and we put the counselors love it as well, because Mr. Taylor loves doing arts and crafts as much as the next counselor, but what Mr. Taylor really loves is baseball. So when baseball is a Campers' Choice activity, everybody knows that Mr. Taylor is going to be doing baseball, and everybody is racing to sign up for baseball with him. So.
I saw him recently. He got a haircut.
Yeah.
He had long hair.
Yes, he did.
And I saw him, like, I didn't recognize you, but he's like, oh, I got a haircut. I'm like, oh, you look really good. I must recognize you. Your counselors are everywhere.
Yes, they are.
So, Shelly, when you talk about home group, tell us what that means in terms of, like, the age group. So when you have the kids coming, how young are they when they go to camp? How young can they be? Winter camp.
We have a preschool camp program for children between the ages of 3 and 5 years old. Kids who haven't attended kindergarten yet are eligible for that program, and that camp does meet separately. Then for our big traditional camp group, this summer before they enter kindergarten, they can start, and they stay with us as leaders in training and counselors in training. They can stay with us all the way through 15 years old. We have very formal group names. We have the little guys, the medium guys, and the big guys. That's what we call our campers. The little guys are campers entering kindergarten through 2nd grade. Our middle guys are campers entering 3rd grade through 5th grade, and then our big guys are campers entering 6th grade through 8th, and then after that they move into the LIT program.
Okay, LIT.
Leaders in training. I'm sorry, leaders in training. Yeah.
So it sounds like you have it like by age.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
And so, okay, let me look at my notes here. When you say that camp starts at 7 o'clock, is that part of the camp program, or is that like where you can pay a little extra to bring them earlier, or is that the time when they can start?
That's when they start. That price, the camp price includes a program from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, that's a long day.
It is. It's a long day. A lot of kids are with us for, they might be there from 7 to 4:30, or they might be there from 9 to 6. But some kids are in it with us. My kids are there for the long haul every day, and they sleep really, really well when they get home at night. But yeah, our programming does include that 7 to 9 time, and then the 4 to 6 outside of our traditional camp activities. We have in the morning some kind of relaxing time. We do a lot of iron beads. Every camper's favorite project is iron beads in the morning, and friendship bracelets and those kinds of kind of coming in and hanging out with your friends activities. And then in the afternoon, tons and tons of water play. Leslie used to come and visit me at camp at the end of every night after I'd gone down our slip and slide 4 or 5 times, and I was completely soaked. That's how we spend every afternoon.
You're always in great shape.
Well, it keeps us busy. Absolutely.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, what about the towns, Newington, Rocky Hill, and Wethersfield? Are the prices all the same for the towns?
The prices are the same, and we are at the Y. We don't have strict requirements, strict residency requirements. We do have some families actually. The parents might work in Wethersfield, Newington, or Rocky Hill, and their kids they may live in a different town, but their kids come to camp here. I live in Tallinn, and my kids come to camp in Wethersfield because that's where I work.
Okay.
So most of the kids, it's a lot of families from Wethersfield and Rocky Hill. Newington is probably the 3rd busiest group, and then some other towns, Berlin and Cromwell and Middletown. We always have a few campers from there as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get a lot of kids from Newington.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's really good. So the program is really growing, you were saying earlier?
It is. We did the hard numbers last year. We've grown about 35%. We grew about 35% from 2010 to 2011 for us in terms of campers. That meant that we had 100 families in our camp program last year. It was really, we had between 40 and 60 campers every week with us at camp, but over the summer we had 100 families in our program, and that was really it was an exciting number for us to reach 100.
Busy summer.
Yeah.
What about field trips? Do you guys do field trips?
We do field trips to a camp. The West Hartford YMCA's summer camp program is held at the St. Thomas Seminary in Bloomfield. They have an awesome water slide outside. They have a different kind of woods setup than we do, and they have a big, beautiful gymnasium so that we do some different sports activities with them there. And then for us, the trips to Millwoods Park really are field trips for us. We do,
for the kids too. Yeah,
we do.
I
So
always love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So tell us about your camp counselors in terms of like CPR certified and things like that.
The state of Connecticut has minimum camp requirements that every camp meets. We have chosen to go beyond that. We are also accredited by the American Camp Association, which adds another layer of expectations. And then beyond the American Camp Association, the YMCA has, the YMCA of Greater Hartford sets out a list of guidelines for us to follow. All of our counselors receive first aid and CPR training. Our waterfront directors are always certified. There's a special waterfront certification that we require. And then all of our summer camp staff receive a full week of pre-camp training, and then we meet every other week throughout the summer to spend a little bit of time talking about what's going on in camp, but to talk about continuing professional development. We're blessed. I can't say enough about our counselors. Most of them work with us throughout the school year. That's why you see them wandering around town. They're in our before and after school programs throughout the year. They teach our sports classes. We have we're in the middle of our T-ball season, and 2 of our favorite counselors are teaching. They're also our T-ball coaches. So we're with them. We're together with them for the whole year, and they're really a committed group of young people. Most of them are unfortunately graduating this year with degrees in education, so we only probably will have them for one more summer after this. So we're bringing in a new group this year to learn from them.
But you inspired them, right? They got degrees in education, right?
They're an amazing group. That's an exciting thing for them, is to practice those kinds of skills in the camp program, and we hear a lot when they get into their student teaching how much they've learned when they're with us at the Y.
Absolutely, yeah, because they're with kids all the time.
Absolutely.
You learn a lot. I mean, you really do learn a lot from these kids, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, they teach us so much. They just do. So, how many counselors are there at any given time in terms of the home group? So
we have between 5 and 6, depending on the week. The first week of camp is usually a little bit smaller. Last week of camp is usually a little bit smaller. But we have 5 or 6 groups. Each group is there are 8 campers, and then with the younger groups, we do keep it a 1-to-6 ratio so that there's 1 counselor for 6 campers, and it's busy. So we usually have 2 groups of campers for each age group: 2 littles, 2 middles, and 2 bigs in our very technical terms.
What about the group that you were saying that was like pre-kindergarten for the camp?
Our preschool enrichment, yep.
Now, is that full day camp for the summer, Monday through Friday?
It's a 3 hours a day. It meets Monday through Friday. We have a different theme every week.
Okay.
One of the favorites every year, we do an animal adventure camp with our preschoolers. So we bring different kinds of animals. We have a tarantula who comes to visit us every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the counselor's favorite day. The kids are fascinated.
A real one?
A real one. My sister has them as pets, so she brings them to visit me every summer.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't think you can pet tarantulas. We learned the first year we all thought we'd be able to pet it, but we look instead.
Yeah. I don't even think I'd want to look.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hours a day.
It's 3 hours a day, 9 to 12 every day of the summer. And depending on the group and depending on the theme, sometimes they do spend a little bit of time with that big camp group doing a whole camp game. And some weeks it's a younger group, and so we keep them more separate.
I think that's so fantastic. See, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know when Kyle was younger, I didn't know that existed. And because we live on a street that's a lot of older people, if I knew that then, I mean, he's 8 now, but if I knew that then, I would have put him in bed for 3 hours a day.
Right.
Because I wanted him around kids and that social aspect of being with other kids, and I think that's fantastic. And it's only 3 hours a day, so they still can go home and take naps.
Exactly.
So is that still held at Emerson? Or?
It is. It is held at Emerson, and one of the best parts about that preschool program is it's hard to find a preschool program that is as flexible as this. You just sign up for the weeks you're interested in, so you're not committed to a month in the summer when you want to go on vacation for a week. So it's individual sessions, and you sign up for the ones that are most exciting. We have. I think our most popular one every year is the cooking camp. We do a lot of and that's so exciting. The kids who love to cook at home with mom are so excited to come to camp and try cooking with counselors too.
Now, is it called summer camp for that age group, or
it is? Yep.
Or preschool?
It's our preschool summer camp program. Yeah.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Yeah. That's great. So, if parents want to learn more, what's the best way to get information?
Hopefully, if you're watching us, you've gotten this in the mail. This is am I holding it up high enough?
Yeah.
This is our 2012 summer camp flyer, and there's information about all of the different, our preschool adventure camp, our youth specialty camps, our regular full day program, and I believe that our website has flashed across. If you're in my email address, we can mail it or email an electronic copy to anyone who's interested in it. There is more extensive information on the website. And I love to talk about
right now.
Oh, there you go. There's a lot of information on the website, and I love to talk about camp. People call me all the time, and I could talk about camp from now until June. So if anyone has any questions, I would love to. And I think that before Kyle started, I think you and I had a couple of phone calls about what was going on and what to expect. It really is. It helps everybody feel comfortable. And we do have 2 open houses coming up. One is on May. I promised I wouldn't forget these dates. One is
okay, you can take a peek.
Wednesday, May 16th, and the second one is on Wednesday, June 6th. We plan some camp activities. We bring the counselors out, so the kids get to meet the counselors while I get to talk to the grown-ups, and everybody has a lot of fun.
And where's that held?
The first one will be held at the Tri-Town YMCA on the Silas Highway. The second one will be held right at camp at Emerson Williams School.
Okay, that's good. And so who is this mailed to? Do you know who this is mailed to? Does all the residents of the 3 towns? Or?
This brochure has gone out now to everyone who's taken a program with us in the past 3 years, and then it went out about a month and a half ago to a much broader range, families in Wethersfield, Rocky Hill, and Newington with children who are of the age to participate in our camp programs.
Which makes sense, obviously.
So, yeah. And if we did miss somebody, then absolutely I'll add you to the mailing list. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm on the mailing list, and then I got an email from Sean Bonjamy, the new executive director, and I was so happy to be on the mailing list that I got information from him, and to know what's going on. It's good to know what's going on and find out about new programs or anything that involves our kids.
Absolutely.
And especially when it comes to summer camp, when we're all trying to kind of find the best fit for our kids and. Fit into our schedules. So, so what else? What else is going on this summer for the kids? Anything else? Any other activities with summer camp? Anything else special?
Well, I brought something special for you today. One of my favorite things about camp, and Leslie's son Kyle and I were talking about this outside. Every day at our summer camp program, we have a character bead ceremony. At the YMCA, everything we do is about caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Our campers really live that, and to reinforce it every day, counselors give out character beads at the end of the day. And Miss Shelly likes to give out a lot of beads. So the summer that Kyle did camp with us, the counselors made a rule that if I gave out more than one of each character bead, I got hit with pie in the face. And Kyle and I were just reminiscing out there about all of the times I got hit with pie. The kids are looking forward to it again. The campers have already said to me, Miss Shelly, we're going to get you with a pie on the second day. But we're adding a special character piece this summer. This is our core values bracelet. And we brought one for you, Leslie. I'm wearing one as well. The colors on the bracelet represent each of our core values. Red for caring, blue for honesty, green for responsibility, and yellow for respect. And the bracelets are meant to be shared. I've only been wearing mine for the afternoon, and my job is to pass it on to the next person I see exhibiting these values. So I'm welcoming you to do that as well.
Thank you. You want to put this on me?
Absolutely. And,
awesome.
And our campers will be slide this off.
And by the way, Kyle did just tell me when I was out there that he did remember the whole pie thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't you say that?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Mom, I did remember. He's being all shy out there.
Yeah. It was one of our favorite camp rules that we say every summer is nobody gets to eat the pie after it hits Miss Shelly, because the first summer we all ran for pie as it fell on the ground. It was kind of gross.
Was it good?
It was, but then we decided we really didn't want to eat pie from the ground anymore, so this is stuck. There we go.
Awesome. As you can tell, I love jewelry.
I know. This is going to be the in jewelry this summer in the Tri-Town area. Anyone is going to be wearing one of these bracelets. So
yeah, this is awesome.
You're going to be a trendsetter.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
The big buckets of the beads, and that's pretty cool. And it's great that you support this. This is wonderful. Yeah. What about too, as we wrap things up, about kids? Like I know Kyle when he was in camp being shy and trying to like fit in and maybe go up to another kid but was shy and maybe sitting alone. Do you try to help the kids if you notice that and get them to mingle with the other ones? And tell us about that.
Absolutely. A full day of our camp training every summer with all of our counselors is about friendship building. We have a very specific friendship building curriculum that we actually use. The campers don't ever see that kind of specific curriculum piece of it, but the counselors are well versed in it. We start each week very intentionally with getting to know you activities and games, and the counselors are always on the lookout during those times for kids who might be feeling a little unsure. We look as we get to know the kids throughout the summer, because a lot of our kids do spend most of the summer with us. We're very mindful as we meet the kids and get to know them to keep them in groups with children who they really have bonded with. Yeah. And we're also, the counselors are the experts. If we meet a new friend, we can usually pick out the perfect group for them when they start. But it's so important to our counselors and to the older campers as they come up. My favorite story, and I'm going to cry when I tell this to you. Yes, yeah. I think it was last summer, one of our campers was going to start kindergarten, so he was with us for his summer before kindergarten, and he spent the whole summer with us. He had a great time. We all got dirty and ran around all summer. It was great. And on his first day of school, his mom put him on the bus, and she said they were one of the last stops, and the bus was so crowded and so noisy, and she said she watched her little boy walk up the stairs and look so worried, and she said from the back of the bus, I'm sure somebody called his name, and it was one of my campers, and he said, come on back here and sit with me, and she said the look on his face, I still cry every time I tell the story, she said the look on his face, it made her entire day, and he very proudly walked down to sit with his friend at the back of the bus. Yeah, it was.
That's cool.
Yeah, So it's something that you hear from the campers and you hear from the counselors throughout the summer, and we're very intentional about it. We give the kids a survey at the end of every week to ask them what they thought about camp, and that one of the questions we asked them was, did you meet a friend at camp this week? And it's something that we really feel very strongly about it. If we don't do anything else, if we don't make enough friendship bracelets, if we don't make enough iron bead projects, if we don't catch enough frogs, as long as we make enough friends, that's a good summer for us.
You know, I know that's true, and I know you really mean that, because I remember you telling me, this was probably a few years ago too, I remember you saying to me, you know, Leslie, you know, years ago, maybe even 25, 30 years ago, it was different. You could go outside to your front house and there'd be tons of kids in the neighborhood.
Right.
And it's not like that anymore. Kids make friends from going to camp or to, you know, a daycare center. Yep. And this is where they make friends. So I know you take that seriously. I remember you telling me that story, and I've retold that many times after you telling me that. So I know you do take that seriously, and that's really awesome. And your camp counselors are really cool. I do run into them a lot because I'm in the school, and you know, they recognize me, and they're always so nice, and they're great with the kids. They keep them busy. You know, they do a wonderful job, and you do a great job, too. And I love seeing you. You're always so happy, too. You really do a great job.
Thank you.
And I loved having you on the show. And can you believe 30 minutes is going
No,
by?
I can't. That was so fast.
That was quick. So thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for my bracelet.
You're welcome.
And have a great summer, and good luck with summer camp.
You'll have to stop out and go down the slip and slide with me a few times.
Yeah, I know, but I won't wear a bathing suit. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching Better Wethersfield, and we'll see you again soon. Good night, everyone.